What's up, everybody? Good morning. Tommy here, Math Productions, and this one's a callback to one of my original favorites, but an updated version. And I'm gonna do just a quick 9-10 minute little review of my 1 day spent back on the island, this time playing Ark Survival Ascended. So it had been like a long time. I keep wanting to say around a year, but my idea of time sometimes is a little bit off. So it could be a little bit less than a year, it could be over a year since the last time that I played Ark Survival Evolved, right? I literally stopped playing whenever Starfield released, so however long Starfield's been out now, that's how long it's been since I had played Ark. And last weekend, actually, I finally saw the Ark Survival Ascended thumbnail enough times in my Gamepass app that I finally succumbed back to that feeling of wanting to return to the island. And I clicked on the game and I played for like an hour and a half. It was what I expected for the most part, and I enjoyed myself. But then I was back to playing Starfield, right? I haven't played Fallout 4 in a couple weeks. I did try the other day, but for whatever reason, the cloud just would not connect and let me actually play the game. It would let me get onto Starfield. That's when I started making the Mordice settlement. Before that settlement build, I wanted to play Fallout. Since I couldn't play Fallout, I didn't want to play a mission. I decided to make that build. That's how that all came to be. But I did check out ASA, and so last night actually, I decided that I again had this feeling, this itch, that the only way to satisfy it was to get back to the island and play a little bit more ASA. So that's what this video is. It was like 2 hours of play, approximately, with taking out like pauses and stuff, maybe like an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes of actual play. And that's what you've been seeing on screen. I did all the basics that I remembered from ASE. When you first load in, I chose one of the easy spawn points. It's spawn point 2. I do not fully recognize the island. So like, I'm split on how I feel about how the game looks visually. But when I'm talking about the actual island, like, it looks visually different enough at least. I do not recognize these places. While I conceded at the beginning that it had been a long time since I had played the game, so there is obviously room to account for just not remembering things in general, even if they are exactly like they were. But I do not know where I'm at. So like, I didn't even actually in the 2 hours of play leave this area that you're going to see me cover on screen. It's a small area, and I just don't know where I'm at. I don't know what's around. I know that I saw nothing too threatening where I was at, and it was a pretty enough spot that I wanted to build. So when I said pretty enough, like, ASA is visually beautiful. It's a very gorgeous game. But on that, like, so look at the player character. Not very sharp, not defined, super blurry. I did not enjoy character creation like at all, in this game. The mods I don't really understand. I'm gonna have to check out some videos, probably mostly from my friend Songbird, and she plays with a whole lot of mods, does great mod reviews, so I'll probably watch some more of those videos again and take notes from her on what mods to add. I only have one mod in play right now. It's for like some string lights. That's pretty much it. Other than that, setting wise, I did increase the amount of resources pretty substantially that I can get, mainly because I don't want to do a whole lot of, quote, terraforming. Like, I want to clear areas to build in, but I don't want to have to clear unnecessary areas just to get a couple more pieces of wood, right? This right here, just to point out something on screen, the whole video had been terrible about figuring out some of the new controls of ASA. The call to move and call to attack, like when you whistle for your tames, that's the same, and I had forgotten that that button combination. That's where I confirmed that it was the same when I called the dodo back. But in the moment when I called Dodd, our first tame of ASA, the dodo, when I called them to attack that pterodon, I did not mean to do that for sure. That was an accident. But so yeah, visually again, I think it's gorgeous. I think it's really pretty. I don't like how, like, as I'm moving along the beach, as I get closer to little shrubs and rocks, they'll pop in to render, and then as I move away, they'll kind of disappear. But I'm not even that far away for them to disappear. I don't know. I don't really like that too much, but I do think it's a pretty game. For the most part, all the familiar mechanics of gameplay are the same. All the crafting and stuff like that seems to be the same. I don't like a lot of the actual controls, at least on console. You can clearly tell they took stuff from the PC side of things and translated it into ASA for console as well. Some of that, like the mods, cool. Some of that, like this user interface and how I have to move stuff, I just am not a fan. Like when I'm unlocking different skills or perks or whatever, I have to click them and then move down to the bottom, and it like auto tries to correct the cursor. It's just super tedious, super annoying. When you're adjusting the sliders for gameplay and stuff, like you have to click and hold and use the actual joystick to slide along the sliding scale. Very, very imprecise. I need to learn how to charge my phone more. But I don't like a lot of the controls in the user interface in this game. So it's kind of like how most people feel about Ark for a long time, right? There's a whole lot of stuff that I don't necessarily like and is a little bit cumbersome. But overall, this game just hits everything that I want in a game. Survival, building, taming, some action, some meticulous resource gathering, not just building, but decorating. This game really has everything that I want. The only thing that I don't like is the solo aspect of it. I wish that I could have other NPCs or companions. I think that would be the cream on top, right? Or the cherry on top, but I do absolutely love the overall aspects of what this game brings to the table and brings for me. It has been a long time since I played it. I absolutely have missed parts of it, and playing last night was definitely a lot of fun for me. We ended up playing through one full day, from the moment we woke up on the beach until the sun was going to just start to come up here in a few seconds. We got our first beachside hut set up. We got our first tame. We got a bunch of stuff in storage. We built our first trap cage, and we're about to lead our first bigger size tame, our first rideable tame, potentially, into the trap. Now, we don't have a means to tame it just yet. That would come probably day 2 or day 3. We're just one level away, being level 20, from getting trank arrows. So probably day 2, we'll hopefully be able to catch that turtle. But if you want to see that, let me know in the comments, because I just made this video to review and show off the game. I don't necessarily know if it's going to be an ongoing type thing, unless there is actually a little bit of want to see what we could do here in ASA on the island. So if you do want to see that, let me know by liking the video. Let me know by telling me in the comments, there are steely birds, no! So luckily it didn't get anything, let's get out of here. But if you would want to see more adventures on the island, definitely let me know in the comments below. Hope you consider subscribing to the channel, because either way there is a ton of content for the channel on the way. And ultimately, I hope y'all have a great day. Take care till next time, everybody.